In today's video, I'll be flying for 8 hours in Emirates First Class on the Airbus A380 with huge private suites, an onboard lounge, and shower spas. Hello everyone, my name is Logan Aviation. I have just arrived at Milan Malpensa Airport, where I will soon be catching a flight with Emirates over to New York. Malpensa Airport is the second busiest airport in Italy, with over 20 million passengers annually. There's also quite a few airlines that serve the route I'll be flying on today. Let's head over to the first class check-in to get our boarding pass. The check-in opens 4 hours before the flight's scheduled departure time. It only took a few seconds to get my boarding pass, and I was on the way over to security. First and business class passengers are able to use the fast track lane for priority immigration and security. Once through security, I went down the escalator and entered the duty-free area. And since I was flying out of the B gates, I turned to the left and began my long walk over to passport control. After a few minutes of walking, I eventually made it to immigration. I scanned my passport and made my way over to the lounge near gates 50 through 59. This is the Emirates Lounge. It is shared by both first and business class passengers. It's open from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. It's a really nice lounge, and it has plenty of comfortable seats. It also offers spectacular views of the apron. Here's an Emirates A380 pushing back for Dubai. There's a buffet with a decent variety of hot and cold food options. Next to the buffet, you'll find a beverage station including alcoholic and non-alcoholic options. In the corner of the lounge, you'll find the restrooms, as well as a prayer room. This lounge also has shower facilities, but I won't be needing one until later. I spent about 3 hours here, and it's a great place to pass the time. If you want to know when I upload a new video, feel free to tap the subscribe button and turn on post notifications. That way you'll be one of the first ones to know when I upload a new video. Here's the plane that'll be taking me over to New York. This Airbus A380 is over 9 years old, and it has been with Emirates since 2014. Finally, it was time to get on board. First and business class passengers can board directly from the lounge. I scanned my boarding pass and made my way down the glass jet bridge. Words cannot describe how excited I was to step on board this behemoth of a plane. The first class cabin is arranged in a 1-2-1 configuration, and my seat for today's flight is 2K. The moment I sat down, I was greeted by the lovely flight attendants who welcomed me with a glass of Dom Perignon 2003 Plentitude 2, a perfect balance of Chardonnay and Pinot Noir grapes. As we get settled in, let's take a look around the seat. It's a massive suite, and it has everything you could need on a long-haul flight. The high walls, along with the sliding doors, offer plenty of privacy. The seat is nice and comfortable and is fully adjustable. You'll find most of the seat controls on this tablet, as well as a few more basic controls on the armrest. Above my left shoulder, there's a reading light, as well as a gold-plated air vent. There's also an additional reading light near the TV. In front of me, there's a 27-inch IFE screen. It can be controlled by touch or the tablet on the right side of the seat. There's also a smaller handheld remote which can be found in the seat's armrest. Underneath the tablet, there's a flight attendant call button as well as the controls for the window shades. You'll also find an additional air vent. Underneath the IFE screen, there's a countertop where you'll find a fixed lamp as well as a vanity mirror with some facial cleansing products stored inside. Next to that, there's a snack basket, and if needed, it can be restocked throughout the flight. Along the counter, there's a drawer that contains a writing kit, and on the other side, you'll find a universal charging station. There's also 2 USB charging ports nearby. The best feature of the seat by far is the personal minibar, stocked with water and a variety of other soft drinks. Next to the minibar, you'll find a few storage compartments. There's also plenty of storage space underneath the seat to store personal items as well as a carry-on. Down here, you'll also find a literature pocket. There's also a few smaller storage compartments in the armrest. If that isn't enough storage space, there's also a closet where you can hang additional clothing. Now that we've explored the seat, let's get settled in. Today's flight time will be about 8 hours and 18 minutes, crossing just over 4,000 miles. As we pushed back from the gate, I was given a hot towel, as well as some Arabic coffee and dates. Eventually, we began our taxi out to the runway. I'll catch up with you again once we're in the air. Now that we're in the air, let's close the sliding doors and prepare for the in-flight service. As I pulled out my huge tray table, I was handed the menu. Emirates offers dine-on-demand service, where you can have anything you want off the menu at any time during the flight. I was given a glass of champagne and warm nuts before I made my selections. It's a very impressive menu with a wide variety of different options. The first few pages were a variety of different drinks, including soft beverages, cocktails, and mocktails. Moving on to the food, there were all kinds of choices. I know I won't be able to try them all, but I'll do my best to get the most out of it. I was also given a wine menu with individual pages dedicated to red wine, white wine, and dessert wine. For my first choice, I started off with the caviar, served with all the traditional fixings like creme fraiche, finely chopped onion, and shaved egg yolks and egg whites. A bread basket was also served. I loaded up one of the blinis with creme fraiche, as well as some egg yolk, and a nice helping of caviar with a mother-of-pearl spoon. If you're wondering what the caviar tastes like, it's very creamy, a little salty, and has a nutty flavor. Next up, I went with the Arabic meze platter, served with warm Arabic bread. There were little side dishes like hummus, mahamara, stuffed vine leaves, and baba ganoush to name a few. This was new to me, and I really enjoyed the unique flavors. For the main course, I went with the prawn machbous with an Emirati spice blend served on a bed of fragrant rice. This was an excellent dish. I also went with the glass of Hennessy Paradis, which retails about $1,500 a bottle. I might as well get my money's worth while I'm here. And for dessert, I went with the honey sultana cheesecake and the chocolate butterscotch fondant. The cheesecake was delicious, but the chocolate butterscotch fondant was the real highlight. This is probably the best dessert that I've ever had on a plane. After dinner, I went to the back of the plane to check out the lounge. This is the Onboard Lounge. Back here, you'll find a bar with 2 sofas on each side. You can also order food back here. I made myself at home and ordered a virgin mojito, and enjoyed the views out the window. I then made my way back up to the first class cabin. Now that I'm back in my seat, let's have a look at all the amenities provided for today's flight. Here's the first class amenity kit made by Bulgari. Inside, there's a comb, dental kit, and some high-quality Bulgari products like cologne, body lotion, aftershave, and lip balm. Emirates also provides these moisturizing pajamas to first-class passengers. So let's head over to the bathroom to change into them. After putting them on, I noticed they were super comfy and had a loose fit. I was also given some slippers and a sleep mask. At the front of the first-class cabin, there's a self-serve bar with plenty of drinks and snacks. While I was gone, one of the flight attendants converted my seat into a bed. The bedding consists of a duvet and pillow, as well as a mattress topper. The bed is 75 inches long and 28 inches wide. It's super comfortable and is a great place to get some rest. Let's take a look at the Emirates in-flight entertainment system. ICE is arguably the best in-flight entertainment system in the skies. There's over 6,000 channels of movies, TV shows, music, and games. It can all be controlled by this tablet. You can even watch the external aircraft cameras on this. But do keep in mind, it will lose connection if removed from the holder for too long.
First class passengers were given these noise-canceling headphones by Bowers & Wilkins. These were fantastic.
I decided to watch Top Gun Maverick, and it looked great on this giant screen. Wi-Fi was also available for free to Skywards members, but I couldn't get it to work. Now it's time to close the motorized window blinds and fall asleep to the stars above my head. After about an hour of sleep, I woke up just in time for my shower. Beforehand, I quickly ordered a cappuccino. It had the Emirates logo on it, which I thought was a nice touch. Finally, it was time to grab the provided tote bag and head over to the shower spa. This is the Emirates Shower Spa. It's one of the largest bathrooms on a commercial plane, and there's 2 of them on the Emirates A380. There's all kinds of toiletries, towels, and other amenities ready at my disposal. The overall design of this space is beyond impressive. As if this wasn't enough, the floor is also heated. Each passenger gets 30 minutes in here, and 5 minutes of running water. This was by far one of the craziest things I've ever done at 38,000 feet. After I was finished, I stepped outside and noticed the bar was converted into the spa mode, complete with a flowing waterfall. Once I was back in my seat, I was given a plate of fruit and some after-shower green tea. A few minutes later, I walked back over to the Onboard Lounge to get a photo. To my surprise, I was also given a Polaroid photograph. Sadly, the flight was coming to an end, and we began our descent into the New York area. Now let's talk about how I booked today's flight. I paid in cash, and it costed me $3,710 US. This is one of the cheapest long-haul first-class fares in the Emirates network, and it's significantly cheaper than starting your journey in New York and flying to Milan, with tickets starting above $11,000. Would I recommend Emirates First Class? Absolutely. It was an amazing flight. The service was excellent and the crew did a fantastic job. I hope you enjoyed today's video. More aviation content is on the way. With that being said, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you next time.